Right, morning guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Right, so welcome back to Derek's Mark 3 Focus RS. Welcome to MJ Performance. We touched on this one briefly before, so it's been here a little while waiting for me to be able to get to it, obviously, you know, with how busy I am, but yeah, so let me just talk to you about the car and just what it's got on it. And you know, you can see that it's got some Revo bits on it, which is really cool. That's the Revo carbon crossover pipe. It's got a Revo intercooler, which you can clearly see there, so you know it's from Ireland, because it's got an Irish number plate on it. Things like the battery lot, there's the Odyssey race battery is what Derek put in it. That's not something that you know, we've done. It frees up all this space here. The standard battery is really heavy, so by putting that in, it just reduces the weight as well, doesn't it? I've taken the air filter out because I made a start on it, just checking a few things on it, because the car was experiencing an intermittent misfire. So I went through all the various checks just to try and determine what it is. I don't know what it is at the moment because everything's checking out. The time that I've had it here and the leak down test that I've done. So, you know, all I've done was just done a few checks with the spark plugs and changed and re-gapped them and tested everything, and it's been running absolutely fine. But I haven't taken it out on the road because if it experiences a problem, what I want to do is make it worse than what it is. So I don't want it, you know, and having a failure on myself when I'm out driving it. So, so we're just going to go ahead and crack on with what we're supposed to be doing anyway. That was just a checkout to see if I can establish what the problem is. I may find the problem when I start stripping it down. So basically, what's it in for? Right, so, you know, fair play to Derek, very humbling for me, somebody from Ireland to bring their car over to me. Had it delivered over a little while ago. But this car already runs, it's an MSD 420 options on it with different various file maps through the cob access port. It still runs a stock motor, which is the 2.3 open deck block. It's done a few miles this one because he dailies it. He don't mess around in it. As you can see, he's got our big brake kit on it, which he's had on for a while. It's 395 by 32. And it's got the studs built into the bell, which equates to about a 15mm spacer to match the rears, and then he's got the H&Rs on the back too. You can see them in there. Look, that's just to give him the width all round. But anyway, back to what we're doing on it. So, same as Richard's build, same as Robert's build, same as Phil's in a way, apart from the crank. So, what I'm going to be doing now is I'll run it up to temperature. I always put a Forte engine flush in it to make sure everything's all nice and clean, because some of the parts we will be reusing, obviously. So, yeah, we'll drain all the fluids down, everything, and then start taking it apart, and then drop the motor down onto the bench. And then there'll be certain things I may find as I'm taking things apart, and then we'll obviously let Derek know, and we'll mention it to you guys and girls as we go through the journey on this one. But yeah, so it's going to be quite exciting, this one, because they're all different. He's having lots and lots of different options on it. Bit different again to what Robert's had, what Richard's had with regards to the build. But the fundamentals are going to be the same. You know, arrow precision steel crank, arrow precision rods, Mala pistons. The head, we're not going to be reworking the head. That will stay as stock, like it has on Roberts and Richards. We'll use obviously our Piper double valve spring kit, stock cams. Won't mess around with that. It'll run on faux methanol, as well. And the main reason for that is because over in Ireland, believe it or not, you can only get 95 octane fuel, which is pretty poor really. So by using our full auxiliary methanol with our custom software, courtesy of Tommy at Velocity Tuning, we will be able to up that to around 100 octane. Because you've got to have a starting point, which is 95. So you have to work with that, and then the methanol will enhance that, and then you get to like around the 99, 100 mark. And then if you want to up it again, then you'd have to use octane booster to up it again, because the starting point is always the fuel that you're starting with. Over here we start at 99, don't we? So then if you add methanol, like on my car, which is sat there, or not so much Phil's, which is there because that's completely different, but Richard's and, well, Robert's for example, he's got 99 base fuel in it already. So by putting the methanol, full auxiliary methanol on it, depending on the mix and the ignition time, and it's been dialed into it, he could be up to like 105 plus octane, couldn't he? So, but Derek's not going to reach that. He can't, because unless he puts octane booster in it, because his starting fuel octane is 95. So, you know, he's 4 short already, isn't he, on the octane level? So that's the way it works, all right? But nevertheless, it's going to be pretty mega. He's already got certain things on it already. Look, he's got the AirTech dual catch cans. We'll be retaining that. We'll be retaining the carbon crossover pipe. Inlet manifold, no, he's going to have one of our billet ones. I think we know which route we're going to go with the colour side of it. All the full auxiliary methanol. Obviously, that's going to be changed for a paralloy. Black one. Always looks, just when you open up the bonnet, that always spoils it, doesn't it? Because you want something which looks, oh, that's cool. And just, you know, it's the missing link really, isn't it? So we'll get rid of that. What else do we do? So he's already got a exhaust on it. We'll assess that when it's up and whatever, and then I'll you know, advise what to do on that. We'll probably go for a paralloy radiator. The intercooler is fine, so we'll the intercooler is looking a bit, you know, it's a bit worn out on the old stencil there. So we'll freshen up the intercooler like we did on Richards, and then re-logo it. He's already got the AirTech oil cooler. We'll give that a freshen up as well. The grills on these always get a bit tacky, don't they? You might do something with that while it's off. The top one's alright. The bottom one, obviously, with the stone chips and whatever. But he does daily, this car. So, as I said, other things we're doing in it, which we learnt from problems with the synchros, if you remember me saying on the previous video with Roberts. So, like we've done with Richards as well. Obviously, the box, we'll strip that. It's going to be it's got an open standard different at the moment. So we'll put a Quaife LSD in it, and then we'll put the carbon synchro kit in it as well at the same time. Why wouldn't you? Of course you're going to do that. Our uprated silicone hose kit, we'll do all that as well. You know, like the ancillaries and the Kuna hose kit. Colour, not sure yet. We're going to go for speak to Derek, see what he wants to do on it. So yeah, it's there's going to be lots happening on this one. So, you know, as we go on the journey, you'll find out more and more about it. But yeah, looking forward to this one. It's taking it all apart and taking it out is, you know, it's quite time consuming, obviously, but putting it back together is where the real time comes in, building the motor, because you've got 2 motors sat there and you're swapping stuff over. Like I said, you've got to use the oil spray jets from the 2.3 because you can't get them separate. And then, you know, we can modify the 2 litre ones, but he's already got them there, so we just swap them over. The block, I've already got the 2 litre closed deck block. That's all been machined and prepped by our engine machinist, Pete Willis. So that's got to be prepped and painted, but we'll go through that process for you as well. He's going to have it in nitrous blue. Well, it's not nitrous blue, is it? With grabber blue, which is the same as what Robert had, the same as what Phil had. All right, not Richard. He had the performance blue, didn't he? So yeah, looking forward to this one. It'll be pretty cool. But you'll see as it goes, we start taking it apart, and then we'll go from there. All right, but he's got a very cool. Got the old drift stick going on in there. Let's see, the old Ken Block drift stick. So, but as you come around, he's got I think I showed it to you before. So he's got I think it's the Mount Tune exhaust on it. But yeah, fair play to him for cranking up the miles on it and using it. So that's what we like to see, and it's great to have a car from somewhere other than the UK. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get my gloves on, get myself fired up, and let's go for it. See you in a bit.